Hello everyone and welcome back to this video. Today we'll be checking about the Royal Enfield Classic 350cc. So let's check it out. So in this video, I'm going to give you a detailed review and discuss all things related to the Royal Enfield Classic 350cc machine. So the heart of this bike is a 346cc air-cooled single-cylinder engine which produces 20 horsepower at 5250 rpm. The power delivery is very linear and this bike performs really well in terms of drivability, and the riding position is very comfortable. You sit in an upright position which is very comfortable for long drives and there won't be any strain for your backbone. Generally, this bike is well known for its exhaust sound and Indian buyers really love that. So the riding position, exhaust sound and looks of the bike blend together and gives you a bold and masculine feel while driving this bike. Right now we are hitting the throttle and accelerating it faster, and the throttle feels very responsive and the pulling power of this bike is pretty decent. And you'd feel that it would be easy to do quick overtakes because of the amazing low end performance. But once you hit 90 km/h, the bike starts to vibrate a lot and engine isn't that progressive either. So the best suited speed for cruising this bike is around 70 to 90 km/h. In terms of stability, this bike feels very stable and it is best suited for long drives and highway rides. And as said before, the seats are very comfortable with a good riding posture and you will not feel any strain on your backbone. Coming to the handling part, this bike handles really well and feels very composed around the corners. But this being a cruiser isn't suitable for cornering, but even though this bike performs well to an extent. The clutch is on the heavier side and the gear shifts aren't that smooth either, and some amount of rider's effort is needed while driving in city traffic conditions. And the curb weight happens to be 192 kgs, which is heavy in terms of numbers, but while driving this bike it doesn't feel that heavy. But while driving at the bumper to bumper traffic, you will definitely feel the heaviness of this bike. And also the brakes are very sure-footed and they offer great stopping power. And even though this bike weighs 192 kgs, the 280mm disc at the front and the 240mm disc at the rear offers extreme braking capabilities. Right now we are accelerating it aggressively and you can definitely feel the peppiness of this motor, and the throttle is also very responsive. The peak power comes at the low end and the mid-range is also pretty decent. But at the top end there is absolutely no power from the motor and it offers a very dull performance. The engine feels very relaxed at the speeds of 50 to 90 km/h, but once you pass the 90 km/h mark, the whole bike starts to vibrate a lot and performance actually drops very drastically. When you're going for long rides with luggages and bags of heavy weights, you don't feel any strain on this bike and it pulls very cleanly. And the main reason for this is because of the low end power, and also due to this reason you can do a mild off-roading in this bike. Body roll is extremely good while taking it around the corners and it provides you a lot of confidence, but still this bike isn't suitable for cornering. The suspension setup is extremely superb and performs very good damping duties while going over the speed breakers, and also the suspension absorbs all the bumps and potholes on the road, improving its ride quality. This happens to be the gunmetal grey color and looks very appealing, and in fact this color is very high on demand and sells in hot cakes. And also this particular color has a larger waiting period after booking when compared to the other colors. This bike has been offered with 280mm disc at the front and 240mm disc at the rear, and these discs offer very good braking performance and feel sure-footed even though this bike weighs 192 kgs. But the wheels aren't alloys and happens to be normal spoke design, but the alloy wheels are offered on the higher trims. The design of the instrument cluster feels very basic. It has been provided only with a speedometer and odometer and there is no tachometer available. But still the design looks classic as the name of the bike suggests it. The headlamps are designed in round shape which are not LEDs, and it happens to be only halogen lights, which again looks classic. The heart of this bike is a 346cc air-cooled single-cylinder engine and it produces 20 horsepower at 5250 rpm. The capacity of the fuel tank happens to be 13.5 liters, which is pretty decently sized when compared with the other bikes of this segment. The exhaust of this bike has been upgraded to Red Rooster Performance exhaust. So let's hear the exhaust note of this bike. bike has been provided with 35mm telescopic forks at the front and 5-step adjustable twin gas shock absorbers at the rear. This bike happens to be 2160mm in length, 790mm in width and 1090mm in height. And the ground clearance happens to be 135mm, which is very much suitable for our Indian roads. And the seat height happens to be 790mm, which is very convenient for short and tall passengers. Even though this bike weighs 192 kilos, you don't feel the heaviness while driving this bike, and the main reason for that is due to its low end power. The handling is good to an extent but still isn't suitable for cornering, and also doesn't feel that easy to maneuver and manipulate in city traffic. Coming to the fuel efficiency part, this bike returns on an average mileage of 30 to 35 km per liter, and at times you will also get 40 km per liter while riding on highways. And also the best suited speed for this bike to enjoy your drive is around 70 to 90 km per hour. But after crossing the 90 km per hour mark, the performance really drops and handlebar tends to vibrate a lot. So for cruising on highways at the speeds of 80 to 90 km per hour, I would say that this bike is very much suitable and happens to be an amazing commuter for sure. Coming to the price point of this bike, it is priced at an ex-showroom of 1.59 lakhs for the base model and 1.84 lakhs for the top end model at Chennai. So if you are looking for a retro style classic cruiser which provides you a bold look while riding, then the Royal Enfield Classic 350 is the bike you should go for. So that's all everyone. If you like this video, you know what to do. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.